Welcome back, everybody, to This Is My Bourbon Podcast. I'm your host, Perry, and with me, with his sparkly magic fingers, as he is sometimes, but he just got an extra sparkle this week, I guess.
Spirit fingers.
I don't know. It's the Whiskey Man. It's Eric.
It's me.
Hey, man.
I won't be around anymore.
We were talking about some very funny, I think you should leave memes before we started recording, and that's all the context I'm giving you.
Because we've talked about it all the time.
A lot. But it's one of my favorite shows.
Mine too.
So there we go.
You
One
know
of our
this is my
favorite shows.
show. This show.
This show that we're doing right now. And thanks for being here. What?
No. No.
Okay.
I was just laughing.
All right.
I'm happy.
I'm happy too. How are you? And it's an hour of the most awkward bourbon podcast ever.
We just keep like one of us will start trying to. We're like it take and then good. Go ahead. No.
That was kind of like how every podcast we did was during COVID, because we'd all get on Zoom together and like we could never.
Everybody's trying to talk.
We're just talking over each other.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
you first.
You go.
No, no. All right, enough horsing around.
Okay, sorry.
We gotta create content here. It's a very serious bourbon podcast where we take ourselves way too seriously. And if you seriously
bourbon only, reviews only. Let's go. That's all they want. Just remember that.
If you seriously want to support the show, you can do that. Actually, did you know? I knew. Did you know?
Yes.
Okay, I don't like this.
I'm serious.
Serious, Eric. You can head to patreon.com/bourbonpodcast and support the show for as little as $1 a month. For as little as $5 a month, you get bonus content that's over there. We are on the very tail end. This is the last episode.
The ass end of Big Ass August.
Yeah, this is the last episode of Big Ass August.
It is.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, just comes and goes before you ever knew it.
I know.
Just poof, just like that.
When you get that big old ass right in your face, it's just gone in an instant. Yeah. But it'll come back.
It'll be back.
Yeah.
Next year. You get 1 month.
You get 1 month.
Out of a whole year. And then you're done.
Wonder what next year's going to be. Bigger.
Biggerer?
Bigger.
Classier.
Auguster.
Yeah, there's bonus content over there. I'm sorry. My brain is really fried. First of all, it's hot as balls right now.
It's been hot all week. Feels like 104.
When I was driving over here, when I got in my car, it said 96. And clouds went over and it bumped it up to 98. I was like, what?
Mother Nature, what are you doing?
How did that happen?
That's not supposed to do that.
So, it's bad. And also, I've had a lot of stress leading up to today.
Yeah.
As of recording, I have a mortgage again.
That's fine.
I'm happy.
Oh.
No, I mean, I'm genuinely
Just don't
happy.
pay it. I don't care.
Are you sure?
As I silence my phone. Yeah.
Those are all the spam calls that you get during the
your
Patreon
lender.
stuff.
Like, you need to pay this.
Hey, we're going to start taking one child away for every week that you don't pay.
Oh, I've instantly saved so much money.
What happens when I run out of children? Bottles of bourbon?
Oh. Okay, I'll pay.
All right, I'll pay.
Pay, but keep the kids.
Can you give me my kids back, please?
No, just keep them.
I'll take the oldest one.
Yeah, she's almost. Yeah, she can.
She's the one that's closest to being out of the house.
Yeah, she can take care of herself. She's good. She's low maintenance.
Yeah. So we've had a bunch of bonus content happen over there on the Patreon. I think we got a couple last things that we're doing before we wrap up the month, and then back to the
sexy September.
Oh, Sextember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in time for sexy September, I've got us a snack.
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
Well, I got a little limited edition that they're already putting out.
Ooh. Did you get the maker cellar aged?
I wish. This is not. Oh. This is a snack. This is little bites, muffins, but this is pumpkin spice. So you're going to start seeing pumpkin spice everywhere now.
Starbucks has already announced their fall menu.
Yeah. So let's get ahead of the game here and have us some pumpkin spice
Let's do it.
muffins.
I'll be quite honest. I'm not ready for this.
You should be.
Thank you.
Here, we'll eat one together with no pairing, and then we'll pair it.
I think it's too hot for fall stuff right now.
Smells good though.
Oh, that does smell good.
Pop it.
Don't you pop.
Can't
You
stop.
just don't stop.
It tastes like gingerbread.
It's really good.
You want to add a little blonde?
I'd love
this?
to add a little
All right.
blind to it. I'll give you that. I didn't want to chew into the mic any longer either. I'm just tired, you know. I think hey, bourbon. I think. Is it?
It's not.
Okay. This is going great.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Blind it. What do you think? What do you think? What do you smell?
Smells good.
Smells real good. One of my favorite bottles. And I always forget about it that I have it.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to go so good together. Oh, yeah, brother.
I don't know what this is.
Well, let's pair it.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you. Going straight for a pour over.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Watch this. I want to break it a little bit, and then I'm going to put a little nug in there.
That's what I did. It's like a gusher.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
Ooh, mama.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
daddy.
It almost turns it into carrot cake.
Yeah, it adds a little bit extra spice in there.
Have we done this before? And this feels very familiar.
I don't think so. Not this combo, for sure. We've had this pour before.
But like we've had the same end result with something else that was
I mean, yeah.
pumpkin flavored.
I think we've turned something into this. So, do you think this? What kind of whiskey do you think this is?
I mean,
This is. Yes, I just said this.
if it's a rye, it's a very low rye.
It is rye.
Rye. I don't think it has a very high rye content.
I don't remember the proof. I'd have to look. Finished or unfinished?
Unfinished.
Wrong.
Really?
Yep.
Is it finished in rum barrels? He's got to look.
No.
I don't know, man. What is this? Oh, hot dog. Oh, the Jamaican allspice. Of course. The Jack Daniels Jamaican allspice.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. 100 proof.
It's good.
Yeah,
I
man.
love that thing.
Finished for 180 days.
I always forget I have it, and I'm just like, every time I go back to it. But it's not rye, though. It's Tennessee whiskey. Got you on that.
What?
I got you on that.
I thought you said it was a rye.
I know, I got you on that.
You,
I tricked you.
you dirty.
Wasn't bourbon, though.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Well, you decide.
Uh-huh.
Let us know in the comments down below. We've had an eventful week of things we've been drinking.
Good. I haven't.
Or at least acquiring. This
Oh,
is
yeah,
what we've been drinking. What are we going to drink?
What have we been drinking? What are we going to drink? What I didn't get to drink last week because if you
Oh, yeah, we gotta talk about that, too.
If you to be continued from last week, we were getting ready to go out for my birthday, and I had some sickness in the house and couldn't go out. So I stayed home and I documented all the pours I had at the house. But Perry got to go to where we were going to go. So
Yes.
let's hear what you had.
Well, so it's like a genuine speakeasy in Lexington. I didn't know that it existed. And, April had made the plans for us to all go together. Didn't work out.
Yep.
It's okay.
That's all
It
right.
happens. Got a couple cocktails while we were over there. Got the... And it's all literary themed. And I actually got gin cocktail
Oh, yeah?
too. And I think it was called the Jane Eyre.
The Jane Eyre?
Yeah, like the author.
The author.
Yeah. It was really, really good. Like really dangerous. Had kind of a fruitiness to it.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then I got a take on an old fashioned. It had bourbon, rye, and cognac. And then bitters and, the whole 9 yards. Fantastic. It was absolutely terrific. I can't remember what it was. I think it was called like Taking Flight or something like that. I can't remember for sure. But the way that their menu was set up with their cocktails was on the left-hand side, it was like, here's all the classics. And on the right, it was like, here's our take on the classics. And so for like, the old-fashioned, that was the one, the Taking Flight or whatever I had. I think it was a Bee's Knees.
The Bee's Knees.
That was the Jane Eyre that I had. So stuff like that, just kind of an elevated cocktail experience.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
So this is Speakeasy.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna play the game, and we're not going to tell people where it's at and all that stuff.
No.
But in this instance, would you be okay saying, if you know, you know?
Okay. I don't like it.
You wouldn't like it, but
if you know, you know.
Oh, there we go. He said it. One of Perry's least favorite sayings, if you haven't been paying attention.
I hate it as much as you hate subjective.
Oh, yeah.
But also, we had some good luck with Four Roses this week.
Yes.
We got a sample of the small batch LE on the way. And then I also got to work, and I was going through my email, and there's a local store that had the Four Roses 10 recipe tasting kit listed in the email as like available for purchase.
Yeah.
So
look at this bad boy.
I mean, I wasn't expecting that we were going to get this, but holy crap.
Amazing.
It's beautiful.
It feels so nice.
It was a little expensive, but I mean, when else are you going to get the chance to do this?
Yeah.
Unless
you do a barrel pick or something.
Yeah, right. But even then, you're not tasting all 10 recipes. Yeah. It's like what they have available.
Right.
So we'll wind up doing something with that in the near future. Very excited for it. Yeah. I mean, otherwise, not much. I got a 10-year Knob Creek pick from Liquor Barn.
Nice.
That's really, really good. Classic nutty.
I was trying to think,
Creek.
What all did I pour for my birthday? I had some Elijah Craig 18.
You documented a lot of it in our Discord. I did. As well. Which,
if you join the Patreon, you can get on the Discord where we talk about crazy stuff.
It's true.
Let's see. What did Eric have? It's kind of a blur.
Oopsies.
What you been drinking? Okay, let's go. Some Four Roses 2020 release. Some Blanton's. Of course. Had some Starlight. Had some Old Rare Breed. There's a video of me chugging.
There's a couple of videos.
Roses.
One of them you don't have a shirt on.
That's the one where I drank the George C. Stagg. And then I went to sleep.
Good call.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I had on my birthday. And then I've kind of been waiting. I had a little sip of what we're going to review on a bonus that's coming out.
I got to be honest, I had a little sip of it too when I got here.
Oh, you.
Because my sample bottle of it was waiting for me.
Oh, you.
So had a little nip.
So
a little taste.
Speaking of Liquor Barn, you said before the show that you wanted to touch on some big box liquor store wars that I don't know if I'm aware of.
Okay, so I don't think that it's as big of a deal. It's definitely not as big of a deal as it kind of looks like on the surface. But back when Total Wine first came to Lexington, oh, hold on.
Uh-oh, breaking news.
Hold. I wanted to track my package.
It's right there.
I found it.
It's in your pants.
It's in my pants.
What are you tracking?
A sample of something.
Where's it from?
Heaven hell.
Oh.
It might be the Parkers.
Oh. I saw that release. I saw what it was.
The rye?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
10-year cast strength rye.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I can't wait.
Uh-huh.
Cannot wait.
Yeah, baby.
So let me back up. I apologize. Total Wine came to Lexington in 2018.
Yeah.
Right? And it was a pretty big deal, mainly because of how cheap it was at the time.
And it was a big national store.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, we're gonna get more, picks, and it's we're gonna get more blends. But the biggest concern was like taking away business from Liquor Barn.
Because that was like
they weren't locally
place.
Yeah, because they weren't locally owned. They actually are like it's a franchise. So their owners are local. It just wasn't locally founded, I suppose. And just for the sake of convenience and for the fact that it was so much cheaper, I would go to Total Wine.
Yeah.
Every now and then. And then, the one opened in Hamburg too, and it was even easier.
And the war continued.
Yep, the war continued. And I kind of go back and forth. I typically will get picks at Liquor Barn now. Total Wine picks are kind of okay.
Because you want more than just Nulu.
I want more than just overpriced Nulu. And I like Nulu. But it's
nothing against Nulu, but
Yeah.
Total Wine has a shit ton of Nulu.
So much. They're never going to be able to get rid of it. But so a couple months ago, a sign went up on New Circle Road that says something to the effect of skip the barn and come check out our low price. Like something like that.
Like a passive aggressive straight up don't go to Liquor Barn.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I seen that. I should have saw that.
Yeah, you should. You definitely should have. And then I noticed today
Oh, did they go back?
that Liquor Barn has a retort. So good. It's a black background with a bottle of Maker's Mark and just 2 lines of text and their logo underneath. And the 2 lines of text say, "Be so good that the other guy makes a billboard about you."
Oh. Oh, shots.
So good.
That's a headshot. That's a kill.
Yeah. It was awesome. And, I'm not the hugest fan of Total Wine, but I do still like going for, cheaper everyday stuff.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty classy retort to a kind of unclassy public call out, unnecessary as well.
So seeing the employees that work there, if there was a full-blown Anchorman battle, who's winning? Liquor Barn or Total Wine? Chad's gone. So, the guy that would easily be destroyed first is not in the battle.
I think pound for pound, Total Wine has the upper hand.
They got a lot of younger dudes.
I know. I think that Liquor Barn...
They got a lot of old people at that cash register.
I think the people who work at Liquor Barn fight dirty.
Oh, you think so?
I think they're more below the belt.
Ooh, I like that though.
Kind of, yeah.
This is, I don't know if there's any rules in liquor store Mortal Kombat.
Not that I know of.
Has there ever been any of the local stores that outright have like knocked one another. I mean, I've been in. I mean, I've heard like, oh, this person down there is getting this and blah blah blah. I've heard different stuff, but has there ever been like something posted that's like, don't go to this place, they suck, or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
I feel like there was. It might have been just a comment somebody made, but you knew that person was like from another store or something like that. I like a good liquor.
I mean, people do
big
that.
Box store battle.
People do that with like local groups.
Yeah,
at the very least.
Yeah,
that's been going on since the dawn of time.
So
practically.
So you're in Total Wine's marketing team, and Liquor Barn came back with that. What's your comeback?
All right, let's think about this.
Billboard style, because it's obviously a billboard bottle.
Okay, so we did skip the barn. They said, be so good. Total Wine, we let our prices do the talking for us. Okay. Something to that effect.
What if they just went, what if it was full blown, doesn't even make any sense, and it was like burn barns, not barrels, and people were like, you hate bourbon. They're like, we're Total Wine. It's wine, not bourbon. And it was like a barn on fire. It got really dark really fast.
You're like, what happened here? Do they even really dislike each other? I mean, there was a period too where like Total Wine employees were going to Liquor Barn stores undercover.
Whatever.
And like checking their prices.
They were going there to get allocations.
Yeah, right.
So do you think Total Wine makes more money on wine or whiskey? Does Liquor Barn even make more sales on bourbon and whiskey? Are people buying just beer? Are they buying seltzers? Are they buying vodka? Fireball?
I would say, if I hadn't considered Fireball.
I bet bourbon sales are not even the top priority of these two places.
I think bourbon sales are what get people in the door.
I think like tailgating is what get people in the door. They go and buy cases and cases of beer and vodka and stuff.
Yeah.
I bet.
I don't know.
How many times do you think they see somebody like perusing the aisles, just waiting to ask if they got something in the back, and they're just like, I wish we never sold bourbon. All the time, I bet.
Yes, we do. Come with me.
Yeah.
Turns them around, walks them through a door, and pulls out a gun. Wait, why are there a lot of dead bodies?
We've got another one. We showed them what's in the back.
Beef jerky truck's coming on Tuesday.
That's good. That would be a fun movie.
The beer fridge hasn't been operational for like a year.
Now that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good storyline.
Yeah.
Well,
like to actually answer your question, I think that I agree with you. I don't think that bourbon and whiskey sales are what keeps those stores afloat.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
there's no way.
We could definitely find out the answer really easy, but I don't feel like doing that right now. I don't want to.
I don't either. Peek behind the curtain.
Yeah.
We've worked enough this week.
Do you all see liquor store battles in your area? I don't know. Comment. Tell us.
Yeah, I'm curious. And if you come to Lexington, choose wisely, I guess.
Or just go to both.
Or just do whatever you want. Who
Sometimes
cares?
you'll find one thing at the other. I mean, it's honestly just a good variety of stuff.
Yeah. Anyway.
This
is kind of a shorter episode this week, but do you want to do a review?
I've been dying to do a review.
Speaking of Liquor Barn, this is, and I wanted to kind of take this not necessarily as an indication of what all of these single barrel picks are going to be like, but at the very least, they are foolproof from this distillery. But this is a Liquor Barn pick of the new Green River single barrel foolproof. And I thought too, having I guess can I? Yeah, you're right.
What?
Wait, what are you doing?
I was swatting an ad away.
Oh, I thought you were. I thought you were telling me to stop
No.
talking.
Oh. Stop talking. Let's drink.
Because I don't know. I actually stopped myself a little bit too there.
From what?
Because I don't know if we're supposed to publicly say where
a
particular thing is from that we. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we can.
If you want to know, you can ask us off air.
It's Curly. It's not true. We
Where
still
are
don't know
they
where
at?
Curly is from.
Curly's
We don't know
gone.
where Curly is. They're back on social media. We don't know if they're still out in the
You can
cabin in the woods.
I mean, if we're not talking about Curly, you can probably think of somebody else that we're talking about, but that's all we'll say.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, this is almost 120 proof?
Yeah, 119.
119.
I believe this was 65 out the door. Pretty much the same packaging.
Yeah, I have one. I have the weeded one over. Yeah, same bottle.
Look how much darker the full proof is, though.
Oh, my gosh.
Even on the camera, you can tell.
Wow.
Goodness.
It's only 90 proof, too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm excited.
Golly.
Well, golly. Gosh, Mickey.
The boys over at Razzle just did a We Get Drunk and Watch commentary for a Goofy movie.
Oh, my God. That'd be awesome.
It's really funny.
To eye, baby.
I'm one of their moderators now.
Really?
For all their stuff.
Nice.
So they were doing a live stream the other night, and one of their mics was on like a 1.
And you're like, hey.
I kept like messaging them in their Discord and going, "Hey, turn Alan's mic up or turn it on." He was like, "It is on. I'm looking at it. I can see it." I was like, "It does not sound like it's on." He goes, "It's on." Oh, I guess I could turn it up though.
Like, we were trying to quiet him down.
He's not a particularly loud person either. Anyway,
It looks so dark, man. Jeez.
had a little bit of this last night as well, just out of curiosity.
You know what? Well, you know what they say about curiosity.
Kills cats?
No, it leads you down dark places.
What are you doing?
On the web?
Oh, the dark web?
Mm-hmm. That's what they say.
I don't have a follow-up.
That's what they say.
Okay. It's a great way to shut any conversation down.
Smells pretty good.
It smells really freaking good, dude. I would have to imagine that this is about 5 years old.
Okay.
It doesn't say anywhere on the label, but I mean, it has to be about 5 or 6 years old. Maybe.
What is that? There's a particular note I'm getting that I can't put the name of it. I can't figure out what it is. It's almost like a... What is it? It's almost like a rye bread that has butter on it. It's kind of a... what am I trying to say? I don't know. Have you been to the Cheesecake Factory and they bring out the bread?
Oh,
and
the brown bread?
The brown bread.
Yeah.
And you put some butter on it.
Yeah.
It smells like that.
It's got a mapliness to it too, though. I would argue.
A little bit. I can see that. But it's very bready, rye bakery.
Mm.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's oily too.
I will say it's not as decadent on the palate as it is the nose.
Okay, I would agree, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, it's almost like it's got a good nose, and then it's just... Maybe some people
You're the
think
most
this-
inconsistent human being
I know,
I've ever
I know.
met.
I'm sorry.
Go back and listen to last week's episode to understand what I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, like, it tastes just like a high proof, just like bourbon that's just like, it just oily, it hits your tongue. Like, maybe the proof is hiding a lot of flavors, but
Tongue punch.
yeah, it's just like that. And it's like,
It's a tongue punch.
I like that on this. I like it a lot. Dude, this is like, I'm liking this more as we go. I'm going to be honest. I'm not getting a lot of flavors. I'm getting the very minimum, some vanilla. It's a very straightforward bourbon.
No.
But that proof, I think, like the finish is lasting. It's got a big hug. It's oily, and it's like, oh yeah, this is like some high proof bourbon.
Having been on a liquor barn pick, I know their propensity to pick a lot of barrels at once. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how many barrels were out with this, but it was at least 4, because there were 4 of these available, and I picked the one that looked the darkest.
Well, I think you did a good job.
So go ahead.
No, you.
No. Sorry, I didn't.
Well,
you just go.
I was going to say, unless you wanted to go.
I'd like for you to go.
You want to go?
No, please go.
Okay. Are you sure?
I want the spit to be over. Please go.
But like, it's dark. That's what I'm saying. It's dark and oily, and it's just heavy. It's just heavy, and maybe you're not going to be able to pull out a bunch of flavors. But like,
I can't.
Yeah, what I like about it though, it just kind of punched, like you said, it punched me in the mouth.
Yeah,
and I was like, ooh, punch me again. What? So yeah,
Harder.
No complexity, but it's a good punch right in the face.
As far as like experience goes with this, it starts out really strong, but it goes away so quickly.
Yeah.
Like the flavor is almost completely gone by the time it gets to the back of the tongue.
I agree.
And once it does get to the finish, it's a little... It's almost salty.
Salty?
Like it's got
I can see that.
It's got kind of like a saltwater flavor to it almost.
I don't know. It just tastes like you're drinking a 120 proof whiskey to me.
Yeah.
And sometimes you may want that. This would be a good, I just need some proof. I ain't worried about no notes right now.
I cannot get over how dark this is. Yeah. Anyway. I still love the bottom of the
little horseshoe
bottle.
Little drip, little horse drip.
Horse drip. Anyway. Shall we review this one?
Of course. I think that's what they want.
That's probably what they're asking for.
I can hear them right now.
I can hear them screaming at their iPods.
Let's get to the numbers.
Well, if you've been here before, you know how this system works. But if you're new here, we have a review system of nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5, and the final score is tallied up out of 20. Eric, what would you give this excellent nose?
Oh, it's great nose. 4.
I'd give it a 4 as well.
Yeah.
It's so rich and complex and deep, and it gets you excited for the rest of the whiskey.
Yeah.
And then it's the palate, and it's boo.
I won't disagree on that.
I think the palate is fine.
Yeah. 2.5 for me.
2. Go ahead.
You go.
Dadgummit. All right. Doing it to myself now.
I think the palate is good in a, like I said, a punch. It's a punch.
Yeah.
Like, I think if, like Perry was saying earlier, I'm inconsistent because last week I loved the nose and then I was disappointed on the palate, but it was for different reasons because there was no punch to me on the palate from last week. But this one is at least like, oh, that's high proof whiskey.
Yeah.
Like that's the note, high proof whiskey. So yeah, it's not the bourbon nerd's dream of like, I'm going to pull out all the stone fruit. But it at least like hits you good. So yeah, 2.5.
Yeah. 2 for me just because I really want there to just be more happening. Like
you want more maple.
I just want something.
Yeah.
And I mean what it has is It's not a bad experience. The mouthfeel is a little strange once you've let it settle.
I kind of like it.
Okay. It's not
weird.
my
It is weird.
It's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not my
In your ball house.
favorite. It's not in my ball house.
Yeah.
It's not really my cup of tea. What do you think about the finish, though?
I like the finish. If you're going for a Kentucky hug finish, this is not like I'm getting more flavors in the finish. This is another
It's very warm.
It's a very warm finish. I would say a 3.5.
I bet you this would be good. I'm going to give it a 3. I bet you this would be really good for like a tailgate cocktail when it's like really cold at a football game.
Yeah. That would be good.
Yeah.
What was the price on it?
I think it was like $63.99. So about $65 after tax. I don't know. Here's the thing. I would like to either try a batched version of this or just more single barrels before I like really commit to a number here.
But just based on this bottle.
Just based on this, it's like a 3.
I was going to say about a 3.
I'll say 3.5.
I was going to split it down the middle.
Yeah.
About 3.
Yeah. It's not a bad bottle of bourbon. It just needs something more.
It needs something more if you are the person that likes to have more.
If you want
and you're poor.
If you
more
want a
you're poor.
big, there we go.
Yeah.
If you want a big, bold, rich, complex, flavorful bourbon, this ain't it.
If you want a bourbon that's high proof and you can mix it or, drink it neat, put it in some ice, a good utility 120 proof bourbon, this might be for you.
I think that it will hold up very well in cocktails.
How many? Okay, let me ask you this real fast.
You know what we haven't done?
Added the water?
We haven't added any water.
So just quick off the top of your head, what is another 120? I think we can probably say Knob Creek, but 120 proof. Sorry, like easy to get bourbon that you could like maybe utility benchmark foolproof.
Yeah,
if you can. I mean, we can get it pretty easy now.
Yeah,
I don't know if everybody can. Knob Creek single barrel.
If you're in the liquor barn market, they've got another foolproof product that I think is sourced from Barton. I mean, it's got to be. It's called Flatboat Foolproof.
Oh yeah,
and, it comes in like a Rock Hill Farms looking
bottle,
like
125 proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I smell way more maple when I add my water. Now it does smell like pancakes. It does smell like pancakes now.
That's even. I like that nose even better with a little bit of water. I added probably 3 drops in there.
Oh, I may say that's better. There is a pancakey, not a real strong maple syrup.
Oh, that's so much better.
But there is a kind of waffle pancake batter type flavor going on.
That immediately bumps up a flavor to or the palate. Oops, I didn't use the industry term. The couple drops of water immediately bumps the palate up to like a 3.5 at least for me.
Oh yeah, it's way better.
It just now it feels like a bold, full of flavor, just really good bourbon.
I could see myself pouring this over a really nice ice sphere to where it just kind of a little bit of water goes in it and going outside. And so I've got 120 proof bourbon, but even though it's hot outside, I can put it on ice and it tastes good.
Yeah. So I'm again kind of thinking about like other bottles you could get in this price range. Mm-hmm. I think that I'm definitely reaching for Old Grandad 114 before I'm headed for this.
Yeah, but
rare breed if you can find it in like the $65 category.
Okay, in my head, I see those as like mid-proof, and I see this when you get almost 120. Like this is
119.
119. like I feel like 100, that 120 and above is like high proof. And you've got like the 118 to 110 is kind of, to me in my head, mid proof. Then you got 110 to 100 is kind of low proof, and then below 100 is low proof to me.
Yeah.
So I still see this. I'm thinking like 120 proof and above.
Yeah. That's fair.
But I don't know. You add some drops of water, it's way better.
Yeah, it's almost like it needs to be like a 114 proof.
Yeah. What did I give this? 13? What did you give it? We were close.
12.5.
I think I was a 13.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird how we keep winding up with numbers that are so close to each other with our final scores, but it's not bad by any means. I just right out of the bottle want more from it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I like it.
We got a barrel ring.
Let's hear it.
I forgot to mention this up top too, but we do have a new patron as well.
Yeah, I know.
Which I know. Yeah, I know
that.
You know. But Barrel Rings is a segment of the show where you can participate and actually be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave us a voicemail in our toll-free number. I don't know if it's toll-free. I don't want to promise anything. Free. I mean, I don't pay for it.
Do you think anybody who calls in is paid for a Barrel Rings?
I don't know if it goes on like their bill.
It better not. Is there even phone bills anymore? You have to pay for it?
So you don't pay your mortgage and you don't pay your phone bill?
I thought phones were free. No, I mean, like when you call a number and it used to charge you for a certain number. Like I feel like now you just pay like your single rate each month.
I'm sure that's what it is.
I don't remember the last time I ever got a bill and I was like, what is this extra charge? Oh, I called this number and it made me
I called Chris
for
and
it.
Lil in Australia.
What? And you could easily just call them through Instagram or something.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, if you want to call in for us to listen to your voicemail,
859-428-8253. 859-428-8253.
Sometimes things work out better than if you were to plan them.
Good morning, gentlemen. It is your favorite streetwalker, Bill. And I would have done some injustice if I didn't call you at least once this month. Wish you both a very happy birthday month. I think I got you individually, get you guys as a team. Happy birthday. So I don't really have a ton going on. Just living my life, trying to do the best that I can to survive.
There you go.
The bourbon gods have been shining on me lately, which is always nice.
Humble brag.
And I just wanted to come in, say what's up, see how my boys are doing, and wish you a happy Labor Day weekend. I'm going to be up at the camper finishing off some bourbon and stuff and things. All right, whatever. I'm out of here. I don't know what I'm doing. It's too early in the morning for this. Bye, guys.
What time was it?
It was pretty early, 7:57 a.m. So it was almost 7 o'clock a.m. for him.
Nice.
It was very early.
Well, thanks, Bill.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you,
it.
Bill.
Favorite streetwalker.
You doing anything for Labor Day?
Well, I don't have to work.
That's right.
Yeah.
I do. That's how it goes.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
Probably cooking something.
Yeah.
What's cooking? Good look.
Hopefully we'll be close to getting into our house by then too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's only like a week away, isn't it? It's a week from Monday.
Yeah.
So we will not be in there yet.
I might look at something.
Yeah.
I might figure something out.
Yeah. See what we can do. Do you have any high proof hot takes? I got nothing this week. I'm too tired to be angry.
High proof hot takes. I don't know if I've been mad or not. I pretty much said the one thing that's been frustrating me. I said it last week. So no. I'm going to be positive today.
The boys are positive today.
I'm going to end big ass August as a posy boy.
Do you pause a lot when you're speaking? Good. Anyway, tips and bits. No, I did not cut out any of that silence or add any. That was true.
Mm-hmm.
That was real.
Positive boy.
Tips and bits is a segment of the show where we recommend some things to you. Things we've been watching, listening to, reading, playing, enjoying.
Yeah.
What you got? Oh, you know what? I was going to ask you. Are you still playing Tears of the Kingdom?
Yeah.
How are you coming along with it? So you're not still playing?
Well, I've been playing, but then I had to stop when I was switching my stuff around.
Yeah.
So not very far.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it.
Gotcha.
I probably can't talk too much about this. I don't know if you've watched it or not. Ahsoka?
I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
I wanted to before today, and I just have not had the time to get to it.
I'll just say
unfortunately.
this. I'll just say this. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I tried to look at it from different perspectives just so I could talk about it. Everything about it is made
from a certain point of view.
Oh yes, from a certain point of view. Everything about it is just great. Like it looks great. Like the characters, the actors, all that stuff is great.
Yeah.
I love it. But I want to break this down in three things right now. I love it because I'm a Star Wars fan, but I also love the Clone Wars animated series, and then I had even more love for Rebels. And I think when you break it down even more, if you love Rebels, this is like Dave Filoni just giving this like little package like a present and handing it to you and be like, here's the next season of Rebels.
That's what everybody's been saying.
So
I'm really glad to hear that.
Yes.
I love Rebels.
Yes.
I didn't think that I was going to love it as much as I do. And like the premise of the show, for anybody who doesn't know, was that it was almost kind of being marketed as more of like a kid's Star Wars show. And then it like just expands into a full blown like, no, this is for every Star Wars fan out there.
Yeah.
And it ends on such a high note. It's so good. Oh.
Yeah. So break it down to that. You love Rebels. This is your next season of Rebels. It's your gift for being a fan of Rebels. Okay. Now let's look at the Star Wars fan who may have not watched Rebels, but you know enough. You may think it's slow. You may be like, what is this? Like, but you're not getting the connections that they're talking about. But you will probably enjoy it anyway, and you'll be ready for another episode, and it may make you want to like watch Rebels or something like that. And then you have probably the person who's just casually watching Star Wars in general, and you may be totally lost because you're like, who are these people? What are they talking about? And all that. So that's how I wanted to break it down. It's like, if you're a Rebels Star Wars fan, you're going to love it. If you're a Star Wars fan who really hasn't watched too much animated stuff, but you kept up with like Mandalorian and everything, you're going to enjoy it, and you may think it's slow. And then if you are just I need to know everything that's happening, and you're just a casual watcher, you may be totally confused. So take that how you will. I can't wait to hear what you say about it. We'll probably wait, and maybe we'll recap it after it's over. Give people time to watch.
Yeah, like we've kind of been doing with shows.
But I was very excited.
Speaking of a show did we do any kind of a wrap-up for Secret Invasion?
I don't think so.
Do you want to talk about it real quick so we don't have to talk about it anymore? Because I don't want for a show that started out so strong.
Yeah, first couple of episodes were great.
A horrible ending.
Went to trash.
So bad.
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah.
Complete world-breaking, universe-breaking consequences.
Super Skrull.
Done so poorly.
Horrible.
It makes me so frustrated. And, there's been this rumor going around that after Secret Wars, the not next Avengers movie, but the one after that, that they're going to be doing a soft reboot of the MCU.
Yeah.
So ideally what will probably happen is like, you know, some of these kind of like more legacy characters that they've started bringing in, Riri Williams. Actually, that's really the only one I can truly think of. But like they'll keep some of them, kind of do it as like a soft reboot so that we can fold in the X-Men and the Fantastic Four into that universe, but also have new actors playing Tony Stark and Captain America. And Chris Hemsworth can finally stop playing Thor because I think that he hates himself for playing Thor right now. And just so we get, because like, it's not that I dislike things like Sam Wilson as Captain America or Riri Williams as the Iron Man character in the MCU, because I find a lot of joy in both of them. But the problem with having movies with real life people is that eventually they do age out of roles and they get tired of playing these roles and having to be so fit for these roles. And so you lose them after a while. Like it's inevitable. And so you can't just do like you have with the comic books where it's a sliding timeline and everybody just kind of virtually stays the same age for the entirety of their run.
Yeah.
So you have to do something like this, where you bring in new actors, but you know, it's kind of set in the same universe, or you know, just you know, and I don't think we would wind up getting like Avengers 1 again, you know, like a replay of Avengers 1, because everybody knows that already.
Right.
But just bringing back Steve Rogers as Captain America, Tony Stark as Iron Man, like I think that's such a crucial thing to the longevity of the MCU. Yeah. They have to do it. I'm so for it too. Mm-hmm. I think that the current state of things is sad and disappointing.
I'd agree.
And you know, I'll give it this. At least it's not boring. I think boring is worse than bad. Bad is like you tried.
Yeah.
You gave it an effort. Boring is like, did you even care?
All right. Imagine all the money they could have took and made something cool.
Something better.
Yeah.
Something better. There's a really good video on Screen Crush. I've recommended them before, where they said that the next Avengers movie should have been Secret Invasion.
Should have.
And that way you can still have like a Nick Fury show, and you go through all these things where it's like setting up that all of these heroes have been replaced by Skrulls for who knows how long.
Right.
And then it culminates in this huge battle with the Avengers, where they're like, how did you come back? Or like, you know, you're my friend, or like, and then they find them and they get to replace them or whatever. It just felt so small scale for something that was supposed to be
huge,
gigantic. Mm-hmm. And the biggest fail that they could have made, they made, which was not letting the creators read the books before they wrote the script for the show.
Right.
How do you do that? Anyway, it ended so poorly.
It's bad.
I did not care for it, but you know, it got off to a really good start. So Sam Jackson is always amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I guess we'll see next week what I think about One Piece.
Ooh, it's out this week.
Yes.
I can't wait.
I'm excited because the creator of the One Piece anime and manga actually signed off on this, and he made them go back and redo things because he didn't think it was up to standards. And so I'm going to leave it at that. There's a very negative thing around anime live action things, and I'm just not keeping my hopes high, but I'm excited, and I hope that I come back with a positive review.
Same. I got a couple things that I'll run through real quick. I told Eric on the pregame chats that we have been watching The Umbrella Academy. We just got through with season 1, moved on to season 2. Season 1, episode 9 is one of my favorite episodes of television I've seen in a while.
Oh, it's so good.
Fantastic. It's where things really just kind of start piecing together. Elliot Page is an unbelievable actor. I mean, they are just so dynamic.
Yeah.
Even when they have scenes where you can't hear them.
The whole
it's so intense and so well
the
done.
musical scenes
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah.
Ugh,
The violin.
amazing. And then this is a long podcast. It's like 2 hours long. Rick Rubin has a podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
Is he talking about music?
yeah. I can't. It starts with a T. It's Tetris something. I can't remember exactly what it's
Tetriard.
called. No. We saw them, and
Those
Yeah.
are our friends.
they are our friend. John Mayer was on an episode.
Oh, nice.
Two very intelligent men.
Yeah.
I mean, just very, very smart, having really just cool conversations about music. And I've never really heard a lot of Rick Rubin even speak.
Yeah.
And he's just fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, just incredibly intelligent. And one of the reasons, too, that I bring up this interview, I mean, not just because being a John Mayer fan or whatever, I found out from listening to it that he and I basically practiced guitar the exact same way when we were growing up, which was
Naked.
completely.
Yeah.
And we both forgot to lock our doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awkward.
Just a full erection while you're playing a guitar solo.
Finally got it.
Mom, get out of here.
Ah.
But that was listening to music that we really liked. And especially when it gets to like blues and improv music. And not learning solos per se, because at that point you're just kind of like road mapping something that somebody didn't even road map themselves.
They were just going for it.
They're just going for it.
Yeah.
And just playing along with songs in your bedroom naked. No. But
My body is a wonderland.
but like still like playing the songs, but once it gets to like the solo, kind of just doing your own improv, right? And like that's how I learned to play with members of a band, even though I wasn't like sitting or standing playing with actual
Right.
real people. It was just like being given the framework. It was almost like having a backing track, you know? And it was so fun because John starts talking about all this and Rick Rubin goes, "Do you know anybody else that learned to play like that?" He goes, "No." I was like, "It's me." I know how to play. That's how I learned. I did that exact thing, John Mayer.
We're going to get him on the podcast. You know
I want
that.
to so badly, dude. I want to interview him and just have conversations like this. Someday.
Well, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Okay. I trust you.
Okay.
All right.
Let me take care of this.
All right.
All right. All right.
One thing off my plate.
There you go.
Yeah. I think that's the show, though.
It is the show.
Do you want to let people know how they can find
Get
us, support
more
us,
show?
and get more show?
Get more show at patreon.com/MyBourbon Podcast. For as little as $1 a month, you can get this show and support us.
Yay, show.
Get show. You can get show. You can get shouty. But at $5, you get all the bonus stuff. I mean, we got tons of stuff this month. It's big ass August, of course. But yeah, that's where you're going to get the episode uncut. You're going to get Pours from the Floor that we did this week. You're going to get Samply Irresistible. You're going to get our new show, Pop Chicka Wow Wow. You're going to get extra reviews and anything. We got tons of stuff over there.
Yeah.
So that's patreon.com/MyBourbon Podcast. If you want to send us an email, you can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. Just ask us where to send something. If you want us to review a sample of yours, if you want to tell us to pair something, anything, you can send an email there. If you want to get some merch, you can go to bourbonshop.threadless.com. Got designs on there. Random sales go on. So
shoot, I forgot about our new patron.
We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you want to follow us on all social media, you can follow the show at My Bourbon Pod on Instagram, Twitter. Does anybody use Threads anymore? Still,
I do.
Still, okay. I haven't posted on there.
You were all gung ho about Threads, and then you just haven't done anything on it.
It was just people posting the same stuff from their Instagram. It kind of pissed me off. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant on all social media. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. If you join the Patreon, we'll send you a link to the Discord where people are talking. We also have a Facebook group. This is My Bourbon Podcast Facebook group. You can answer some questions. Join there. Going to try to post more on that. Always leave a review, a rating, a star, a bell, hit the stuff, the likes, the thumbs, all the stuff. It all helps.
And if you leave a review as well, no matter what it is, 5-star, 1-star, in between, we'll read it out here on the show.
Yeah.
Even if you don't like us,
right. You may
we'll still hate read it.
Yeah. You may get a very negative, answer or feedback, but we'll still read it. So if you like that kind of stuff, and tell them who joined the Patreon this week.
Yeah, this week we had a good friend of the show who has been a supporter for a long time make the leap to Patreon at the $5 tier where they're getting all the bonus content. That's Justin Deering.
Justin, oh my gosh! You know where I saw Justin at the other day?
If I had to guess, I would say at the Heaven Hill gift shop.
No. He was going there after this event that we were at.
What'd you go to?
We were at MeatCon 2023. If you don't know what MeatCon is, it's kind of like Comic-Con. You gather, people are selling comic books or movies, people are cosplaying. This is like that, only meat.
Yeah, and if you thought that Comic-Con smelled bad, MeatCon is infinitely worse.
Chef's kiss. There's people dressed up as bacon. There's people dressed up as chicken livers. It's crazy. But I ran into Justin. We were at the used but usable section of MeatCon where, there's the bits that you can kind of like, maybe you can make some like burnt ends out of. Maybe you can let stuff sit out and you can use it as like bacon bits. It's very cheap, but still usable meat. And he said, man, I've got a couple extra dollars, but I've already got all the meat that I need. And I looked at his he was carrying like a cooler, and it looked like a semi truck that had like a bunch of it looked like a train basically.
Yeah,
of coolers of meat.
I'm following you.
He had wieners, he had steaks, he had butts, he had boobs, he had livers, he had all the stuff at the MeatCon, and these are exclusive stuff. Like people bring it from everywhere, everywhere.
And then you called cops, right?
No. What?
Because he had all these body parts.
Oh, no. They were from animals. They're fine.
Oh, okay.
But, you got to stop at the used but usable section because that's where the best deals are. So we talked, and he was like, I might just be throwing away this $5 and buying some stuff that, I'm going to use it. It's usable, but I don't really need it. And I said, hold up, bro. You love the show. He's like, yeah, I love the show. He's like, you love Perry? He's like, yeah, I love Perry. I was like, why don't you throw that $5 our way? He's like, you know what? Right then, he put his $5 in his little ATM thing that's on his phone. It took it in there, had $5 on his phone. He signed up and he said, I'm going to put $5 every month in my phone and support you guys on the Patreon for extra stuff. And then he's going to send us some of the meat he cooks. It could be old, but he said just, it's used but usable.
I mean, Justin, I hate to let you know this, but credit cards exist.
No, he's got a little thing on there that sucks the money in his phone.
I'm jealous, honestly.
Yeah.
I wish I
If you went to enough meat cons, bro.
Oh, wait, I do. It's called a toddler.
If you went to enough meat cons, you would have... Oh, that's pretty good. But yeah, you would have a money sucker on your phone.
Okay.
MeatCon 2024.
Hey,
Maybe we'll be there.
we'll have a booth.
Yeah. Thanks, Justin.
Bourbon and rank meat pairings.
Thanks for giving
Thanks for
us that
supporting the
extra
show.
$5.
And thank you so much for listening or watching and just supporting you boys
We're reading.
every week or reading. Yeah, if you like to get a AI transcript
Yeah,
of the podcast
that would be funny.
and you read it every week. That's really funny to me.
It's like a newspaper, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you do that. I don't know why or how,
But thanks.
but thank you. And we appreciate it. We'll see y'all real soon. Bonus episode coming out soon. It's this boy right here. Wilderness Trail 8-year wheated bourbon. Small batch.
Hurry, let's end this. I want to drink this.
Oh, yeah, sorry. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is my Bourbon Podcast.
Bye.